Mm. Ambassador Pradeep Kapur, former diplomat, also joins us at this point in time. Ambassador Kapur, thank you for being here, sir. Uh, Importance of this bilateral between the Vice President JD Vance and the Prime Minister. Of course, we have underscored a number of areas. A plethora of ideas have come through before you joined. But let's hear it from you as to why this is extremely crucial. I'm going to take a leaf out of what Professor Nalapat said, that this is not merely optics. I'm also going to take a leaf out of what Ambassador Vora said, that this is going to be the defining relationship for the next century.
Well, thank you very much. And I will be, trying not to repeat what the others have said, but it's not going to be easy because I've not been in on the talk for a long time. I think we'll have to mute Deepak Vora. That's better. Thank you. So I think this is a very important visit. It's going to mark a paradigm shift in our relationship because, if you look at JD Vance's current profile vis-a-vis President Trump, he is being given a lot of important assignments by the president, and he has been given a lot of leeway to take initiatives, to discuss matters, to present the American perspective globally and in the US. So JD Vance is going to be an important spokesperson for India. He will be like India's ambassador to the White House. If we are able to have a very substantial interaction with him. Now, having a person like JD Vance in the White House, inside the White House premises, whether he is doing, work from another wing of the White House, but all the same, it's still part of the White House. So, for us to have our spokesman, if we are able to, create that sort of profile vis-a-vis our interactions with him, for him to understand better the Indian cultural perspective, because what has been missing is some amount of sensitivity to each other's concerns, to each other's cultural backgrounds. So that sort of perspective JD Vance can bring in very properly, very appropriately, because he has been married to this very outstanding young lady called Usha Chilukuri Vance, who comes from a great heritage of, her father being an IIT professor, her father being an IIT graduate, her grandfather being an IIT graduate and an IIT professor. I don't know whether he was a graduate, but he was an IIT professor. And I am from the IIT, so I can understand what her background is like and what she brings to the table. Now, if she is in that household 24/7, and JD Vance will have a lot of better understanding, because to negotiate with Indians is not an easy matter for any other delegation in the world, because we have our egos, we have our systems, we have our preferences, we have our cultural heritage, we have our great cultural arrogance also in a way, which we do not articulate. Now, for him to have understood all that, having been married to Usha Vance and sharing 3 kids together, I think he brings a lot of value to the negotiations for both the countries, for India and for the US. So for him to be the representative of the US in India and in a way, articulating India's voice, India's concerns in the US, inside the White House, in the NSA, in the important bodies, in the strategic area, in the space, in the geostrategic space, in the geopolitical space, amongst the think tanks, amongst the senior officials, whenever they have meetings at the White House. I think it's a very, very important visit. And for him to have this exposure, for Usha to come in as the vice president's spouse, as the second lady, to bring in her children and to be accorded that sort of welcome by India, I think it's a very great, move at this stage, at the early stage of the Trump administration. They're just 2 months old into the White House. So for JD Vance to have come in so early into his career as vice president, to have very intense interactions with India, is going to be an extremely important, meeting, which is going to have a long-lasting sort of impact, and it will continue to benefit our relationship in a very big way. So we have to be very clear on the table. We have to be very sensitive to the US concerns, but we also have to articulate how the two countries, in our opinion, in our view, can work together because a lot of the breaking India forces and the breaking US forces are similar at this point of time. And for us to tackle those forces together is going to be the most important aspect for the world, for India, and for the US. Thank you.